Now I want to give the final speaker to you, the chair of the Senate Health and Welfare Committee. Before I do, I was looking at the crowd of legislators here, and it's a big mistake to mention any of them because they've all worked so hard. But there are a couple of P's here that have been waiting for this moment for a few years. So I just want to acknowledge those two P's. Polina and Peterson.
Yeah.
Pearson and Plain have been on this one for a while, so we got to give them a little credit where credit's due. I now give you Senator Monpelier, Chair of the Health and Welfare Committee, who fixed all the problems in the House bill and brought you this bill.
Thank you. I love having the last word. I think it comes from being the oldest in the family. Before I'd like to put a face on this, on the whole healthcare issue. We've talked a lot about the economics of it and the fairness of it and the rightness of having health care available for everybody. But first I want to thank two groups of people. And those are the legislators who came before us, who've been working on this for so long, on healthcare issues for so long, and teed it up with Act 128. Senators Racine and Senator Leddy in the Senate, in my years in the Senate, and Representative Meyer in the House. They did a lot to make sure we had the kind of information, the data we needed on which to make decisions. We couldn't have really gone forward without that kind of setup, and they did a great job. And to the people who held them and us together, our legislative and fiscal staff, Nolan and Jennifer Carvey, just kept us going. We saw a lot of documents from them dated with a timestamp of 1:31 a.m., 2:04 a.m. They really burned the midnight oil to make this happen. I'd like to put a face on this whole issue, and it's something that's just happened recently. We've talked a lot about the economic benefit, especially for the majority of businesses in Vermont. They pay a huge and unpredictable portion of their profits to provide health care for their employees, those that can. And most of those who do not wish they could. This is going to give them more money to invest in their companies, more money to invest in their employees, money to invest and grow. I've been thinking about that a lot since my youngest got engaged and said that they're going to make a decision this summer about where they're going to live. He's an entrepreneur. Having this kind of availability, a surety of price and quality of health care is going to make a big difference on how competitive Vermont is when he's looking out there deciding the best business climate for him. He needs people who can invest, who can change, who can hire and move staff around. And that only happens when you have enough money to invest in your people. We're going to be saving people money by putting this health care bill in place in the health care process. The second personal face, is my oldest. My oldest lives in California and had our first grandchild 2 years ago. She just put a deposit on a house in Addison County. She can move here because we have an airport, but her husband needs a job. Putting this in place, making the playing field level for Vermont, and really putting us in a better fiscal advantage, our businesses at an advantage over businesses in other states, it's going to open a lot of doors for him, and I really look forward to them, all the chickens being back in the nest. Thank you very much.
Well, you want some more speeches?
Sign the bill.
All right, let's do it. It's a book of bills. We're going to go over here and lead everybody around. See Beth Robinson, she actually read this. Where's Beth?
Down.
Down in front.
Is everybody happy? Everybody happy?
Nobody out.
Come on.
Yeah, everybody in, nobody out.
All right, here we go, folks.
Oh, wait.
All right. What do we think it is? 25 today? 27 days. Okay, a couple of quick announcements. There's refreshments in the Cedar Creek room. You're all invited. Universal refreshments.